moments. You've had a few with Scotland. I mean, this one comes straight into my mind. It's apparently your favourite goal, scoring against Switzerland at Euro 1996. Let's take a look.
A chance for the McCoist. It's a goal for Scotland!
What a shot.
Well, one of the main reasons for that, believe it or not, in the warm-up before the game, I saw one of my pals that I went to school with behind the goal. And I went over and had a chat with him right behind that goal. He was standing right in that corner.
Just by chance?
Just by pure chance. And that was one of the special memories. He was behind that goal. So he probably had a better view than MD.
Yeah.
Pretty special.
Well, in your new book, you know, there's loads of memories in there, and it's written both as a player and as a fan of Scottish football, isn't it? And you describe the first time that you played at Wembley. What was that like?
It was amazing. I mean, when you're growing up as a boy, the one thing you want to do, you dream about, is playing for your country. And I was no different. Growing up as a boy, I wanted to play for the team I supported, and obviously a country. So I was then very fortunate enough to play for the country and then be assistant manager of the country. And the one thing about being Scottish is it's never boring, right? I mean, you wouldn't swap it for the world. I mean, if you're Brazilian, for example, or even the current Spanish team, you know you're going to turn up, you know you're going to do well, you know you're going to get the semi-final, you might win it, but you know if you're Scottish, you'll have a great time, but there'll be disappointment along the way. somewhere something will happen, and it'll be disappointment. As I say, when I supported, I suffered the disappointment. When I played, I probably caused the disappointment. When I was assistant manager, I was responsible for the disappointment. So there's nobody better than myself to give everybody an indication what it's like to be a Scottish, supporter overall, and some fantastic memories, and obviously playing at Wembley. Although, being brutally honest, our record at Wembley wasn't the best. It's just a fantastic experience, but beaten only by your first appearance at Hampden for your country. Amazing, just absolutely amazing. Played with some great players, obviously wonderful players, Dalglish and guys like that. The best going.
Yeah. What about watching Scotland play at Wembley then? What do you remember about that before?
Oh, well, I remember watching it as a boy. We got a bit of a going over, actually. I remember I think we got, not for the first time, I have to tell you, I think we got a 5 down there. So I was bred into that disappointment immediately. And then my first trip down there, I went with my mate in Oxford. The two of us jumped on a train from Glasgow Central down to London. And we went to the Scotland-England game in '79. We kept beating that one as well, sadly, guys. But I'll never forget the experience travelling down on the train with the Tartan Army and the supporters, ending up in well-documented Trafalgar Square. Everybody went to Trafalgar Square, and there was guys swimming in the fountain, not fully clothed, shall we say. Just an amazing experience that just you never ever forget. You never forget.
Yeah. Your mum and gran are also big football fans, but your mum wouldn't let you forget you breaking the sofa.
No, true. I mean, it's a true story. In 1974, I'm sitting on the couch at my mum's house, and my mum always had an open house. All the boys come around and sat and watch the football. So it was a World Cup 1974, and Big Joe Jordan scores against Zaire. Up we go, bang. Almighty crash. There's 5 of us on the couch smashed. So my mum, no bother, no problem at all. Anyway, we move on. Big Joe scored the goal. We move on some like 20, 30 years later, and my mum never missed a game. She loved the football. So we're playing Scotland. We've got a game at Hampden, and we qualify for the major tournaments. We win 2-0, I think it was, 2-1 each, whatever it was, to qualify. So we're all buzzing after the game, and a few of the boys, the older teams, come down to celebrate with us, and I think Joe came down with Kenny and a few of the boys, and Kenny said, "Well done, lads, that's smashing, great result, congratulations, got the major tournament." And Joe said, "Well done, Al." He said, "You're not believing," he says, "your mum's up there wanting 185 quid for a couch."
She never forgot about it.
She never let Big Joe forget it.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, you've got so many fantastic footballing memories, and also, you've been friends with so many greats within football. I know you and Sir Alex Ferguson go way back, and is it right he used to take you to training?
He did.
As a kid? I mean, my big thing is, how come he never signed you as a player?
Well, it's amazing. I'm sure it's amazing. It's not really amazing. He clearly didn't fancy me. No, but when I was 13, 14, he used to pick me up from school. He used to stay in East Kilbride, and we used to drive over to one of his first clubs with St Mirren, and myself and Stevie, and we'd train with the kids and then he would bring us back and drop us off at the house. So Sir Alex and I go a long, long way back. And Phil, if you were there in Munich, we were interviewing him before the Scotland-Germany game for 10-15 minutes, and I couldn't resist it. I said to him, Sir Alex, I said, it's fantastic to see you. I said, you didn't make too many mistakes in your career. I said, but I remember a while ago, you let a former double European Golden Boot winner slip through your grasp. I said, to be fair to you, you recovered very well from that. I said, your career didn't suffer too much. So he was in great form, and I saw him last week, and he's just looking well and enjoying life. Great to see him.
Did your mum get the money?
No, she never goes. She never goes. No. But Joe's a Scotsman, Richard. You don't part with the money that easily.
Go fund
Ali, we very quickly want to touch on the fact it was a massive talking point within football this week. The German coach Thomas Tuchel has now signed as the England manager. There's obviously been a lot of mixed reception to that. I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah,
absolutely don't have a problem at all. I think if Thomas Tuchel can take England to the next step, which is clearly winning a major trophy, I think the whole thing will be forgotten about. I understand a lot of supporters and people would want an English coach to manage the English team. I get that.
Yeah.
It's natural in many ways, but at the same time, I think realistically, if you want the best, you have to employ the best, and if he's the best and he takes you to the next step, so be it.
That's it. I mean, Himish, I know you're a Spurs fan. Apologies for